and the Fall Mountain Wildcats. We've seen Somersworth play now for the last month in playoffs, so the last 3 weeks. They've won 3 games, and so has Fall Mountain. 2 teams need to be evenly matched. The key to this is pitching. We've seen Dennis. It's just fantastic. What do you think he'll be doing tonight?
Well, I expect Dennis to have another good game. Dennis has given up 1 run in 21 innings. He pitched 3 games last year and won all 3 games in the playoffs. He has playoff experience. He's had his control. I don't see why he shouldn't tonight. I think the big key is the top is experience that they had last year. They have returning players with plenty of experience, and I think they're the better team.
Well, we'll see. You never know in high school ball, anything can happen. But with the hitting that they've been having, the fielding, and above all, that spectacular pitching by Dennis, I think that the home team should be the favorite, and Somersworth is the home team.
I think so.
So within a few minutes, we'll be seeing the first pitch. Until then, we'll be seeing you.
Welcome to Hardee's Market and Deli, 303 Main Street in Somersworth, where so many people go for delicious and reasonably priced subs. Call ahead of time and your order will be waiting for you. It's affordable subs for the entire family. And Hardee's Market and Deli is full service, with one of the largest walk-in coolers in the area. Plus, their deli meat prices are definitely the lowest anywhere around, with roast beef, turkey, ham, and extra lean hamburger, to name a few. Don't forget your Tri-State Megabucks tickets are here. It's worth your while to stop in and meet the friendly people at Hardee's Market, 303 Main Street in Somersworth. Open 7 days a week until 11 p.m.
Welcome back to Gill Stadium in Manchester, New Hampshire. As we mentioned, the championship game for Division I. On the mound is Dennis Soul, and what a fantastic record this fella's had in high school ball. This is his last game playing high school ball, and I believe tonight there's a few scouts looking at him. 2-1. Starting with the home team, which will be the Somersworth Toppers. We have Kevin Wilver catching, Scott West playing second base, Jeff Aubin first base, Dennis Soul pitching, Tim Parnell center field, Bernie Hodgson third base, Lance Kennedy shortstop, Brian Crote left field, and John Aubin in right field.
Jabby, it seems as though a pitcher pitching in his second high school state championship game should be going out, but Dennis is only a junior. So we're fortunate that we have another year with Dennis Soul, and that's just a little oversight there. Dennis is only a junior now.
That's fantastic. What a future this kid has.
Oh, he's got a great future.
Giving the lineup for the offensive team, Fall River Mountain, leading off is Todd Ahern. Todd will be the position number 7.
Left fielder.
Dennis ready for the first pitch. Outside, ball 1.
You know, if Dennis has had any trouble in any of his games, and he hasn't had very much, Jab, the problems he's had is getting settled into the first inning.
Here's a swinging strike.
Nice
Evens the
pitch.
count 1-1. In the batter's circle, we have Mike Rogers. Rogers batting 300, and Todd Ahern batting 305. Foul tip. So again, Dennis gets ahead of the batter.
Dennis looks pretty quick up here. We're very high above the field. We had a little different view at Concord. We're very high above the field. Dennis looks real quick. He looks real pumped up.
1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a ground ball on a shot. Kenny picks it up, flips over to first, and gets him for the first out.
Nice play by Lance Kennedy. It's always good to get that first one under your belt. It gets gets rid of your butterflies.
Well, I'll tell you, if I was to pick a most improved player since seeing him from the start of the season, there's the boy I'd pick, Kennedy at shot. He's got good rhythm there. Yeah,
he does. He's done a very fine job there for him this year.
We have Mike Rogers. As I mentioned, Rogers batting 300. Dennis with the pitch. Call strike.
You know, Jab, we have all kinds of statistics, and in a 1-game final championship game, those stats can go out the window.
Here's the pitch. There's another ground ball. Down a shot. Kennedy flips over to first. Danny, wild throw. Aubin was in a little state of shock there because he just watched the ball. Now that sun might be bothering him because the sun is directly in the eyes of first base.
You know, Jab, they were going to they were going to hold this game off 5 or 6 minutes because that sun is tremendous. It's coming in from left field, and it's awful to anything at first to second base, even the catcher. It's a real tough view. I think they're going to hold it for a second.
There's a conference now between the umpire and John Cummings. Mike Henderson more or less mentioned before the game, as Larry stated, they should hold up this game for about 3 or 4 minutes and get that sun to get down. Now the umpire's going over to the first baseman. I would think that they should have made this decision before they started the game.
Well, I think they mentioned it. The head umpire said he'd hold it, and he's just talked with Jeff Aubin, and I think Jeff said, let's play. I don't think they want to hold up. Everybody's got the jitters, but if it's bad, they should hold. I think they want to get going.
Well, we got a man at first base, 1 out, and the batter is Gene Desjardins. First pitch is strike 1. They tell me this Mike Rogers has wheels, so you might see him go down. Ball strike.
The Concord Field to get over to do the game, and it was in the 4th inning, so we're hoping to say that our girls finished 23-0.
I hope you're right, Larry. We have Kevin Hicks up. First pitch is ball 1. Kevin batting .333. We got 2 outs, man on first base, top of the 1st inning. No score in the ball game yet. Dennis is ready. There's a swinging strike.
Nice pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He kind of changed up on that and got him off rhythm, and the pitcher, the batter was way ahead of that pitch.
Dennis's ball seems to be hopping on his fast one. There's a curve ball, swinging foul.
They sent the runner down that time. I don't know if he's got wheels, but I think they're trying to get him in scoring position.
Well, that was a right play with a 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, man on first. You'll probably see him take off again on this pitch. Wind up by Dennis. Foul. Yeah. Now that
we almost took our camera out.
Camera. We may have lost the cameraman. Yeah, all right. He's still breathing. John is there.
He's alive.
Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Man on first, 2 outs. Top of the 1st. Dennis wind up outside. Evens the count 2-2. Kevin Hicks, the batter, playing first base. There's a ground ball on a Kennedy. Flips over to second for the 4th.
Nice job.
Retires the side. So at the top half of the 1st inning, no score with Somersworth coming up to bat.
Many people stop in at Hilltop Chevrolet, Route 16 in Somersworth because of the value they get for their money. And look at the beautiful cars that are available there. Try them out and see if you don't belong behind the wheel yourself. Each one is a perfect complement to your lifestyle. Hilltop provides all makes and models of Chevrolet cars, vans, and trucks. And furthermore, Hilltop religiously maintains their top reputation. When you sign on the dotted line, you can be assured of top quality and reliability.
Somersworth at bat, and I'll give you the defensive team of the Fall Mountain Wildcats. We have Todd at Hearn, Mike Rogers, Gene Desjardins, Kevin Hicks, Rich Hogue, Lance Cormier. Rich Hogue will be the designated hitter for Lance Cormier. You have Doug Roberts, Jay Daniels, Peter Nelson, and that's the 9.
Now we have Kevin Wilbur, first batter for the Toppers. Call strike. 0-1.
Kevin comes up with real good stats. He's batting for a hefty .458. He's got 29 runs scored. There's a swinging strike. He's got 8 doubles, 1 triple, 9 home runs. He leads the team in homers and 14 bases on walks. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kevin's done it for him the whole season. He's averaged a home run at playoff game, and we hope he comes up with one tonight.
There's a base hit right into left field, right between first and second. First hit of the ball game. Dennis takes a wide turn, hesitates, and goes over to second, and he's in there. That's because of Kevin's speed.
You know, Jab, that was a heads-up play. Kevin came around the base, he looked at the man, and all it took was a one bobble, and he put his wheels on, made a beautiful slide into second base, and started the game with a base hit.
Well, that's good baseball sense. Not many high school players can do that. Now we come up with Scott West. West batting .354. He's got 28 for 79 times at bat. There's a drive going to left field, and it's foul ball by about 1.5 feet. That would have driven in the first run of the ball game. Nice swing by West.
Scotty slaps a lot of shots, left field, left center field, and that was kind of slicing. If it had stayed a little straighter, we'd had our first run of the game. The Toppers look like already they're going to use that big pressure they've put on every game with that offensive pressure. They swing the bats.
Dennis got 5 doubles, in with that .354 batting average. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Evens the count 1-1. Nobody out. Wilbur second base. No score in the ball game. Inside, ball 2. 2-1.
You know, experience, Toppers are loaded with it. They got a lot of kids coming back from last year's championship team, if that's a factor.
Here's the pitch. The ball 3. 3-1. Kevin on second base. Nobody out. They got Lance out there being very deliberate.
Fall Mountain can't dig a hole and put people on base with 3 rides.
Here's a pitch. There's a swing and right in the gap. Going. What a catch by the left fielder. He just dove, threw the ball a second for a double play, but he misses it by about a step. A fantastic play.
Okay. I don't know if the replay is on yet, but Jabby, he went out, he outstretched and made a beautiful catch. If that ball gets by him, that could be an inside the park home run for Scott West. It's definitely a run-scoring hit. What a beautiful catch. Outstretched, 2-hand catch, and they almost doubled Kevin Wilbur up.
That brings up Jeff Aubin. Swinging strike. Jeff Aubin batting .453. He's got 22 runs scored with 4 doubles and 4 home runs. Ball 1. That was Kevin Wilbur on second that really had to hustle back to avoid that double play. The catch was made by Todd at Huron. And what a fantastic catch. Swinging strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He got 1 out. Wilbur in second base, no score of the ball game. Now, a play like that could really pep up a team.
Oh, yeah, that can pep him up, or it could have really burned him.
Way outside.
That ball
gets at 2-2.
That ball gets through. It's a fast 2-0 game.
Lance is ready. All 3. 3-2.
Jeff's hit a few home runs this year. He's a big, strong boy, and he's been hitting the ball hard in this playoff.
Pitch. There's a foul down the first baseline.
A little bit ahead of it. Hit it hard.
Count remains 3-2. We got Lance Cormier being very deliberate out there. He doesn't seem to have too fast of a ball.
No, we've hit the ball on the nose. Unless he starts showing us something, we're going to hit the ball on him. We're going to get it in play.
Pitch. Then he walks him.
Well, I'll tell you what, we could really be in a beautiful situation. That was a beautiful catch by the left fielder, but if he hadn't made that, they'd be in trouble already.
Batter coming up now is Dennis All, the pitcher. And this fella can go both ways, not only throw the ball, but really hit the ball. Gannon first and second, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Soul batting .394.
You know, he's having a little bit of
his ball.
Yeah, having a little bit of control problem.
Dennis has got 4 home runs, so he shows some power. He's got 1 triple and 5 doubles. Here's the pitch, foul. Count stays at 1-1.
In the first 3 playoff games, the Toppers have been very fortunate. They've not stranded very many runners, and it'd be important to score first right here. Put the pressure on the other team.
Well, Dennis steps out of the batter's box. Cormier steps off the mound. Batter's ready. Here's the pitch. And hits the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher. Got to get these names for these Fall Mountain. That's Gene Desjardins. He also goes in a pitch when the coach calls on him. So we get the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Man at first and second, 1 out, bottom of the first. Well, makes the ball count 3-1.
This pitcher is digging himself a hole. You can't walk the Somersworth batters. They hit the ball too well. You just can't put them on base on a free ride because too many others can hit it.
Here it comes. There's it smashed out a shortstop. Nice stop. Throws over to second and gets this man. Gets that middleman for out number 2.
Jeb, we have
good plays.
We have runners at first and third, and they have made 2 tremendous plays so far. They have really come up with the plays.
Well, we were told before the game that this team is a real good defensive team, and they've proven it already.
They sure have in this first inning.
A man at first and third, 2 out, and we have Tim Parnell.
Timmy had a big hit in the last game. If he had the second RBI to give him a 2-0 win.
It bounces up in front of the plate and looking for the ball. We have Wilbur just staring down there like a cat. He was ready to come in.
Well, we got Dennis in scoring position also. He went down on that pitch.
Parnell has some good stats here. He's batting .354, 22 runs scored. He's got 3 doubles, 2 home runs. There's a timeout called. Timeout called.
We have a timeout. The pitcher doesn't have his jacket. You know, Dennis started off stronger than he has in all the other 3 games. Usually he's a little slow in that first inning, picks up as he goes along, but he was ready to start the game tonight.
Well, we want him to pace himself. He's got to go 7 innings.
You know,
all right, time is in again. We have a man on first and second, 2 out, bottom of the first inning, no score. Tim Parnell, the batter, with the count 1 ball. Here's the pitch, ball 2, and it's a wild pitch this time. And Wilbur comes across the plate standing up. So there's the first score of the ball game. A wild pitch. Lance Cormier, I think that's the second in a row now that he threw that ball in the dirt.
Yeah, that's the second one in the dirt. And he hasn't, you know, I hate to keep harping on, but take away those 2 plays, and they'd be in big trouble right now. I mean, they could be no outs. We have a replay of that last pitch.
Here's the replay of that coming in, where you can see where it bounced in front of the plate. DeJohn had no chance at all of stopping that ball. There's the pitch. Makes the count 3 balls, no strikes. You have Dennis Soul now at third base. 1 run in, bottom of the first inning.
And we have on deck Bernie Hodgson, a sophomore third baseman.
Cormier ready, throws, and another wild pitch.
And that's going to be another run.
In there standing up. Makes the score 2-0. And with Parnell going all the way to first base on a pitch. So that's actually 3 wild pitches in a row.
Here we go, another replay.
That replay coming in. You can see practically the identical pitch as the last one. Hits the plate, and DeJohn had no chance at all of stopping that ball. We have Soul come crossing the plate, and we have Parnell going over to first base.
You know, that ball wouldn't have been so bad. He'd been better off on both pitches being real short. It hit the front rubber of the plate, and both of those bounced over where the catcher could catch that ball.
Yeah, we have a change coming in here now. We have Cormier, I believe, coming out. And we have the catcher, Desjardins, changing his equipment. So you'll probably see Desjardins going in a pitch, and we'll tell you in a second who's going to do the catching.
You know, I don't
get that information.
I don't know if it's rumor or fact, but on the way up, driving from the girls' softball game, assistant coach Gary Hutchton had told me that Fall Mountain did not start their first pitcher in tonight's game, and he started a senior because it was his turn in the rotation, and it could be very possible that that's what happened, that he did not start that top pitcher, and it might only be rumor, but this could be their top pitcher coming in right now.
Well, we have number 25, Barry Kilburn, catching in place of DeJohn. And we have out there
Gene Desjardins is now the pitcher. He was the catcher. And we now have two 23s pitching. Dennis Soul, 23. Gene Desjardins, 23. Gene Desjardins is pitcher and catcher. And he's a junior also, like Dennis Soul.
So the change there will be Desjardins going from catcher to pitcher, and number 25, Barry Kilburn, now doing the catching. So it remains 2-zip in favor of the Toppers. Bottom half the first inning, we have man at first base with 2 out, Parnell, and he can run.
You know, the Toppers have started quick, and they've just put that little extra pressure now on Fall Mountain, but it's too early. We have a long, long game to go. It's only the bottom of the first inning, and the pitcher, if you watched him warming up, did not throw one pitch very hard. We'll see if he's got stuff.
Just about
I'm sure
ready
he
to
does.
play now. We have Bernie Hodgson's up there. Number 19, Parnell at first, 2 out. Here's the pitch, call, strike. Hodgson batting .364. He's got 19 runs scored with 3 doubles, 1 triple. There's strike 2. Check the swing. Foul, tipped it. You got Parnell at first, and he may have the signal to go. Give him the green light. 2 strikes, no balls. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Parnell goes. There's a throw. No chance at all. Safe at second base.
Anybody like Timmy or Kevin, that ball gets bobbled. There's no way, unless they just fall on the way down. We have a replay of that steal coming up. As you see, Timmy got a good jump. The catcher dropped the ball. Timmy went sliding in safely to second base.
Here's the pitch. Call, strike 3 to end live.
Boy, that was a tough pitch. That hit the black, if anything. That was a real tough pitch.
So at the bottom of the first inning, we have Somersworth 2, Fall Mountain nothing.
There's several good reasons why Flanagan's Restaurant at the Tri-City Plaza in Somersworth is so popular. First and foremost is the food. Delicious, fresh, cooked to order, and plenty of it. Second is the service. Courteous waitresses always there to serve you, and always with a smile. And last but not least, their prices can't be beat anywhere in the area. That's why they have so many regulars for lunch and dinner. Open 7 days a week, it's everyone's choice for a casual treat. Flanagan's Restaurant, Tri-City Plaza, Somersworth.
All right, starting the top half of the second inning, leading off will be Rich Hogue. Hogue batting for 167, and he's a designated hitter. Top half of the second inning with the score, Toppers 2, Fall Mountain Wildcats nothing.
Lance Cormier now has come out of that position. He was Hogue was DHing for him, and in that position is a substitute who is now the catcher for Fall Mountain.
That is his first pitch, fouled off to strike 1.
You know, if we haven't clicked with the videos, we're having trouble with our TV setup here, and now we'll be able to maybe time the replays a little bit better. We can see the screen.
No balls, 1 strike. Top half the second inning. Here's the pitch by Dennis. Ball 1. 1-1. Now the Wildcats, they've been having a pretty good playoff because they did not make the first 4, so that meant they had to play 3 games. There's a pitch, strike.
Both teams have played 3 games. This is the 4th game for both teams. Both teams, neither one are in the top 4. The Toppers ended up the highest seed in 5th place, and Fall Mountain in 8th place.
Fall Mountain has beaten Goffstown, Merrimack. There's a pop fly. Wilbur under it, makes the play for out number 1. And the third team they beat was Kingswood to be here in the finals.
You know, replay coming up.
Here's that out. There's a foul tip, and as you can see, Wilbur, good sense following the ball. He's got that smell for that ball. Gets under it, makes an easy play for out number 1. We've got a timeout.
You know, I don't think Somersworth is not going to beat themselves. They play great defense.
Doug Roberts is
nice base
smash to left field. 2 hops. Throws in a cutoff man. So we got a real sharp base hit to left field. There's a replay on that. That was timed that pitch perfectly. Just outstretched hands, 2 hops to the left fielder,
Brian Croto, and it was a nice shot. Hit it well. Brian Croto blocked that ball with his chest so it wouldn't get by. Made a nice throw in. We have 1 runner on with 1 out.
Man on first base now. Doug Roberts, the batter. Call strike. Man at first base, 1 out. Score, Toppers 2, Wildcats nothing. There's a pitch, ground ball out to Kennedy. He's busy there. Bobbles it, throws to second, too late. So you got a man at first and second, 1 out.
That was a tough play. That ball was in the hole, and yeah, he bobbled it a little bit. It was a tough play because that runner was moving. I think they had the hit and run on there.
Well, you got a man at first and second. First and second, 1 out. Number 11, you got Jay Daniels, the batter. So his first pitch is ball 1. Jay Daniels playing right field, batting for 185. Timeout called by Wilbur. He probably detected something out there. Gives him a couple of famous pats. Tells him 2 deep breaths, and he's all set to go. So it stands now, man on first and second, 1 out. Score, Toppers 2, Wildcats nothing. Top of the second inning.
Be nice to see a nice double play here. Good ground ball and a good sharp double play.
There's the pitch, swinging strike. 1-1. We got this beautiful night. Good baseball weather. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little excitement here now with the score 2-0 in favor of the Toppers. Man on first and second by the Wildcats. Here's the pitch outside. Again, Wilbur makes a good stop. Stops those men from advancing.
You know, every time Kevin has taken his own time out and gone out to the mound, Dennis has responded, and he came back with 2 strikes in a row. It seems like Kevin senses, or he's not going to let anything get away. He's going to do his job back there and try to keep that pitcher settled down.
2-2. Oh, that was a close pitch. Ball 3, 3-2.
Well, that was a tough pitch.
They wanted that pitch.
Yeah, that was a tough pitch. I watched Bernie Hutchton strike out on one that didn't look even that good.
Jay Daniels, the batter. Man at first and second. 1 out. There's a drive right in the gap between center and right. His 1-run scoring. Man from first going all the way to third base. And that keeps the score. Somersworth 2, Wildcats 1. Still only 1 out. There's a timeout called. John Cummings going up. There's that drive right in between the gap there. Nice stop by John Auburn out and left. And there's the first run for the Wildcats, making the score 2-1. We got a timeout by the toppers. John Cummings going out there and talking to Dennis Soul, telling him to relax.
You know, the two hits were both fastballs, and I don't know. Dennis might have been using more curves in the last game. It's very hard to tell from up here. I can't really tell what the pitch is, but those look like fastballs, and maybe you ought to mix it up just a little bit more.
You got Peter Nielsen, number 3, batting, playing second base. So it stands. The Wildcats have them at the corners. There's a pitch. There's another base hit. Right into center field. Ties the score. Man advances to second base. Scores all tied up 2-2. Now, that pitch that he threw there didn't have anything on it. Just floated up there.
I didn't see the pitch, Jab. I was looking down at my scorecard because I got all my numbers.
Replay of it. Okay. Batter just stuck his bat out there. Real good.
You know, the exact
follow through.
Yeah, the exact same spot. They're not pulling the ball on him. He's got steam on his pitch. They're just kind of slapping that ball out into right center field. Two hits in a row now.
First and second. One out only. All one. You got the leadoff batter, Todd at Hearn, batting. There's a strike one. Evens the count at 1-1. Top half the second inning. Toppers 2, Wildcats 2. Dennis is ready. There's an attempted bunt. He fouled it.
The Somersworth team has to settle down now. They're you know, game's all even now. They're not ahead. Wow. Settle down, make the out. Go in and start swinging the bats again.
Long way to go.
Yeah, very long way to go. Just settle down, keep playing baseball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Man in first and second. 1 out. Dennis is ready. There's
nice pitch.
There's another hit. Another base hit.
Seeing high hit.
Third coming in to score. Man from first goes all the way to third base. And the Wildcats take the lead 3-2. Wildcats 3, Somersworth 2. Here's that replay again. It's almost identical as the last 2 batters. Just stretching out on a follow through with that bat. And you see that run scoring, the lead run, making the score Wildcats 3, Somersworth 2.
You know, he didn't sting that ball, Jabby. He kind of stepped himself out and he protected the plate, and that's what I call a seeing eye hit. He hit it in the right spot. The ball had eyes on it, and it got through the infield.
Well, when you have that will to get up there and make a base hit, it's going to happen, because the last 3 batters, Jay Daniels with a 185 batting average, Pete Nielsen batting 265, and Barry Kilburn batting 185. And you got 3 solid base hits.
Yeah, exact same area for all 3 hits, too. They've all been to the right side of the infield.
Getting ready.
We need an out here. We need to get an out real quick. Double play'd be nice now. We'll strand that runner at third base.
Mike Rogers, the batter. Mike is a 300 hitter. You got a man at first and third at the corners. Still only 1 out. Dennis is ready. Ball 1. Top of the first inning. Top of the second inning, sorry. Wildcats 3, Toppers 2. Runners at the corner. There's
nice
Steele
pitch.
on a
Nice
second,
pitch.
and no play. So he steals second base without a throw being made.
That's a tough play in high school. In the majors, they've got that defense perfectly. They've got the arms. They can make the perfect plays. It's probably safer in high school not to even throw that ball down, except that it always does put 2 runners in scoring position. Let's hope for an infield fly.
There's a steal at home, a beautiful bunt. He scores, throws over to first for the out. Play to third base, and he's safe at third. So recapping that play, the man on third base on the bunt scores. Man on second goes all the way to third base. They get the out at first base for the second out.
I have to pat their coach on the back. That was a suicide squeeze. If that man at the bat does not get the bunt down on the ground, the runner coming in from third is duck soup. He's gone. And that was a nice call by their coach at third base. That's good baseball.
That's making the score the Wildcats 4, Toppers 2. Still, we're in the top half of the first inning. Here's that replay of that bunt coming up. Perfect pitch for it. Beautiful bunt. No play at the plate at all. They get the force at first base, and the run advances from second to third. 2 outs.
You know, Kevin and Dennis.
Ball 1.
Kevin and Dennis made the smart play. Somersworth can score runs. They got the out, which was very important. They made the smart play there.
Here's the pitch. Swinging strike.
We want this guy stranded at third base, though. We can't afford to be giving too many more up.
2 out.
Even though we score a lot of runs, we don't want to give him any more.
Dennis is ready. Pitch, swinging strike. Strike 2.
Gene Desjardins has had trouble. He did strike out his first time up.
Gene, during the season, batting .305.
Yeah.
So he can put some of that aluminum or wood, whatever you want to call it, on the ball. Here's the pitch. Little high, close but high. Count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Top half the second inning. Wildcats 4, Toppers 2. Here's the pitch. Foul. Still remains at 2-2.
You know, Jab, there's been an inning and a half, 6 runs scored, and we haven't seen this many in the last 2 ball games. I think it's going to be a wide open game. We hope the Toppers can come back and put 2 right back on.
Here's a pitch, swinging strike.
Good job, 2 Ks.
Right, that's a good way to end it. So at the top half, the second inning, we have Wildcats 4, Toppers 2.
Nard's TV and Appliance Store, 74 High Street, carries a complete line of GE appliances and video products. Refrigerators designed for today's kitchens. One that is just right for you. And Nard's has a large selection of ranges, GE built and GE dependable. And look at all the microwaves that are available. Nard's is well known for TVs. All sizes and styles, from the most economical to the large screen. Plus VCR equipment. And Nard's services what they sell. For a worthwhile shopping experience, stop in at Nard's TV and Appliance Store, 74 High Street in Somersworth.
Here we are beginning the bottom half of the second inning. Leading off would be Lance Kennedy. First pitch, ball 1.
You know, Somersworth right now, they have to just settle down. They've got 6 innings to go. They got all kinds of time, and they can score runs. They just got to...
There's a pop fly right into right. I think he lost in the lights. Coming in, he misjudges it. Ball.
That should
Kennedy
be
on his
free.
way to second and stops at second base. It looked like when that ball was going up there, you could see that he said, "Where is it, fellas? Where is it?" Looking for help.
Yep. There's a case of, you know, probably not being used to the lights. And if you don't pick the ball up right away in the lights, you lose it. And he never regained it.
Well, there's a break there for the top. You got a man on second base and nobody out. And the batter is Brian Croteau. Croteau batting for 182. But he's dangerous up there. He's got 15 runs scored and 3 doubles. Here's the pitch. Call strike. John's got a sneaky little fastball coming in there.
Yeah, he does. He's doesn't look like he throws hard, but it creeps up there real fast.
Here's the pitch. Call strike 2. Bottom half the second inning. Wildcats 4, Toppers 2. Man on second base, Kennedy on second base, and nobody out. Brian ready. Middle outside. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Desjardins could be one of the raised pitches that he kept at the side. There's a fly ball to right field, and he drops it. Kennedy rounds third base. He comes in to score. Kutu rounds second base on his way to third base, and he's in there standing up with a triple. So it makes the score. Toppers 3, Wildcats 4. So we got a man on third base, nobody out.
We have a replay of that last play. The ball was slicing out to right field. He misjudged it. It tailed away from him and got by, and Brian ended up knocking in a run and ending up with a triple. That ball was never touched. That was a triple.
All right, batting now is John Auburn, the right fielder. Man on third base, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Call strike. Hits that outside corner.
You know, that right fielder right now is very shook up. He's got the lights messing him all up, and he's shook up out there.
Johns is ready. There's a swinging strike 2. He had something on that ball.
Well, you know, we said it last inning, the Toppers have to jump right back into the game, and they've done it. They've got to get this run in from third base.
John has 2 home runs in playoff games, so he can put some wood on that ball. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom half the second inning with the score Wildcats 4, Toppers 3. We got a man on third base, nobody out. John Auburn, the batter. There's a swinging strike, first out.
Well, we have a #1 batter up now, Kevin Wilbur, and we need a fly ball, base hit, whatever, home run. We'll take anything.
Well,
we need to get that runner in from third.
As we mentioned, we got Wilbur out there with tremendous wrist action and hip action for home runs. He's got 9 of them. 9 home runs. And his batting average is .458. Man on third base, 1 out. Ball 1. Wilbur always makes contact with that ball, and this is what you want when you have a man on third base.
Yeah. He's concentrating up there. He's a very good hitter.
Jonas is ready. There's foul ball.
I don't want to detract from this game, but I just saw the Toppers softball bus, and I believe we won the state championship in softball, 23-0.
Hey,
congratulations. I don't want to call it, but I saw them hanging out the windows, and I think they're waiting for the boys to do the same thing. They ended up their season. It's not official yet, but I think they ended up 23-0.
Well, we'll hold off on the congratulations until we get the official word.
Now we got to get
back to this ball game.
We got to get this run in from third base.
Wilbur at the plate, man at third base, 1 out. There's a swinging strike. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom half the second inning. Wildcats 4.
Come on, Kevin, got to get this run in.
Here's the pitch, and he swings and strikes him out.
Tough pitch, tough pitch. Had him on the outside corner.
Out number 2. Scott West coming up. Scott put some wood on that ball the last time.
Yeah, Scott got robbed of at least a triple, maybe an inside the pocket. That was that beautiful play by the left fielder. Come on, Scott, knock one in there.
Johns is ready. There's a foul down the third base line. No play. Out of play.
Jabby, I'm so excited right now. I got to go down in between innings. I may be a second late, but I want to have some good information to give you.
Well, this ball game here, man on third base, 2 out. Score Wildcats 4, Toppers 3. Well, we got 1 strike on the batter, West. Man on third base. There's the base hit to tie the ball game.
Clutch hit by Scott West.
Beautiful base hit. Timed it perfectly. He makes his turn around first. And
Scotty did the same thing last inning, except this time it didn't go so far. Perfect positioning, clutch hit. That run was very, very important.
We got a brand new ball game. Bottom half the second inning, score Wildcats 4, Toppers 4. And up comes Jeff Auburn. Man on first base now with 2 out. Might see some movement from first to second on a steal. Judge is ready. Outside, ball 1. Got some cheering in there. That may be the word that the Somersworth Toppers have won that ball game.
I think that confirms it, Jabby.
1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
They're all cheering for our softball team now. They're here to cheer the boys on, and let's hope that we keep it going here.
Here's the windup by Desjardins. Outside. Looking for some help from the umpires, but there's no swing. Didn't cross the plate. Count remains 2 balls, 1 strike. We got West at first base with 2 out. Jeff Auburn, the batter. Here's a pitch. There's a foul.
Looks like it's
down the third base
floating
line.
foul.
Out of play. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom half, the second inning. Score, Hilltop is 4, Wildcats 4. We got Jeff Auburn, the batter. Scott West at first base with 2 out. I'm surprised that Scotty is staying at first base.
Well, you've got, I don't know, it's a guess now. You've got a good hitter up, and I don't know.
Well, with a good hitter,
even
with him
ball
on
game.
second
Yeah,
base,
that's true. That's true. 1 hit will get him in.
Count remains 2-2.
Although Scotty's quick, but not as quick as Timmy and Kevin Wilbur.
And he swings and strikes out, ending the inning. So we go into the top half, the third inning, with the score. Top is 4, Wildcats 4.
I'm gonna get the score here.
When you want delicious Oriental food, it's the China Palace Restaurant, 101 South Main Street in Rochester, serving the seacoast for over 19 years and featuring tasty, exotic food and drinks. Customers keep returning again and again because they enjoy the many special Chinese, Polynesian, and American dishes. Only the China Palace can prepare Oriental food the way you like it. And don't forget, the China Palace specializes in takeout service. Come in and say hello to Paul and Stella Goon, who are waiting to serve you. Try the China Palace and see if you don't become a steady customer as well. Now open 7 days a week. The China Palace Restaurant, 101 South Main Street in Rochester.
So here we start the top half, the third inning, with the score 4-4. First batter is Kevin Hicks. First pitch by Parnell is ball 1 inside.
We have a little bit of time, Javi. I just confirmed it, and I hate to sound excited about it, but anytime a team from Somersworth wins a state championship, and it doesn't happen very often, I get very excited, and we'll go back to the boys' game, and I'll leave the girls alone, but they ended up 23-0, state champs, Class I. They beat Goffstown 12-4.
Beautiful. There's a swinging strike, 1-1. I can understand that, Larry, you being the DA there, and it's not too often that the high school team can win the state title.
No, that's a great thing.
Here's the pitch, swinging strike.
One last thing, I'd like to make sure I congratulate Rick Forge and his girls for a tremendous, tremendous season. First time Class I undefeated season ever.
Here's the pitch. There's the pop fly to the first baseman. He's under it. Jeff's under it. In the fair territory, it makes the put out.
You know,
that number 1.
Yep, Javi, that's very important. Timmy has not pitched in 4 games, and for Timmy, he's a senior, but for him to come in and get that first out and show control, it's going to help his confidence, I believe.
Well, as we often say, that first out is always the big out.
That's very important.
Coming up now is number 16. Rich Hogue, here's the first pitch, the call strike.
Last inning, Jeff, he flied out to, he didn't fly out, he fouled out to Kevin Wilbur, made a nice catch on his ball.
No balls, 1 strike. Parnell on the mound. A little low, 1-1. Going into the top half, the third inning with the score 4-4. Here's the pitch, inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now, Sol may be, as you mentioned, that Parnell hasn't pitched for some time, so he may be a little rusty and with that control. Here's a foul ball on the third baseline. There, hits the coach right in the shoulder. Nice play, coach. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the third inning. Rich Hogue, the batter. We get Parnell in relief of Dennis Soul. Soul going to center field. Parnell's ready. There's a ground ball down to second base, a little dribble. West picks it up, throws over, and gets his man for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down.
You know, Scotty West all year and last year has been very consistent out there. He hasn't made very many errors. Timmy looks like he's settling in pretty much here. You know, it's been an explosive game. 4 hits, 4 runs for both teams. Might slow down a little bit now. The pitches might start, that nervous energy's gone. Pitches may start taking over a little bit.
Here's the pitch by Parnell, a little outside. Went by Dennis, no harm. Nobody on base. Top the 3rd inning. Score Toppers 4, Wildcats 4. Nobody on. 2 out. Parnell is ready. There's a smash right to Scott.
Nice play by Scott.
Line drive and makes a spectacular play to end the inning. So we go into the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
Okay. Yep. Jabby, 1988 state.
There it is. There's the
champ.
state champions for Somersworth High School, 1988 state champs.
And that's Amy Chassie, the lead pitcher, Kristen Hodgson, and the whole team. Kristen Kuchar, excuse me. What a tremendous season they had, 23-0.
Congratulations,
girls.
Congratulations for 23 and zip, state champs. Beautiful. Number 1.
We have an over-exuberant Fall Mountain fan right there.
For auto body work at its finest, it's East Coast Autocraft, 76A 6th Street in Dover. Each car is carefully and expertly examined for an estimate built on fair and reasonable rates. East Coast Autocraft utilizes the most up-to-date repair technology, and repair work is done to manufacturer's specifications, specializing in unibody repair. Large or small, we repair them all. Expert paint mixing is done right on the premises. And our repainting services are among the best anywhere. Your finished car will definitely be satisfactory to you. In fact, there's a written guarantee that all work done will last. East Coast Autocraft, where broken bodies become new and elegant once again. For any auto body work, please remember East Coast Autocraft, where quality is number 1. Call them at 742-4913.
Here we are at the bottom half of the 3rd inning with the score Hilltop is 4, Wildcats 4. Leading off is Dennis Soul. First pitch by Jones. There's a smash down the 3rd baseline. Nice play by the 3rd baseman. Throws over and gets his man for out number 1. Nice play. Got right in front of that ball and showed a good arm.
Yeah, that was a very nice play. Dennis hit the first pitch real hard.
So we got 1 up, 1 down. Bottom half the 3rd inning. We got Tim Parnell as the batter. Usually when Tim gets a single, he winds up at second base. There's a foul down the 3rd base line. Strike 1.
You know, all season the Somersworth team has done what they've had to win, and right now it's Timmy's turn to do some good things for him out on the mound, and they've always seemed to do the right thing, and let's hope that again tonight it's the right thing.
Here's the pitch. Here's a one hopper to the catcher for ball one. 1-1. Ball got away. Gino.
Go back towards the field.
The 1-2 count. He just sticks his bat out and gets a base hit right into center field. So that'll leave a man at first base with one out. Score, Toppers 4, Wildcats 4.
Another break again. We took advantage of it, and Timmy Parnell check swing, got the ball right out there. Seeing eye.
That's the man you want to see on first base.
That's right.
Too, if he lets
a lot
it
of
loose.
wheels.
But what do? Here's your man pitching. Do you want him to exert that extra energy? Or?
Well, who knows? He's quick.
Relax.
He's young. They might want to push him over with this next batter. You never know. And then hope for a hit out of one of the next two hitters. We may see a bunt. It's possible.
Now we get Bernie Hodgson, the batter. And as it stands now, we got Parnell at first base with one out, and the score tied 4-4. His play over to first base. He's got a pretty good move over there.
Yeah, he does. He seems pretty quick. He's very composed out there. The pitcher for Fall Mountain is coming from that spot he was in catching.
There's a fly ball to right center field. Right fielder over it, and the center fielder takes the throw. A little bad communication.
That looked a little shaky out there.
Well, he came a long way. He went
sure
from
did.
center to right to make that catch.
And I think the right fielder was hoping he'd make that catch.
On this replay, you can see the center fielder going all the way from center, calling the right fielder off and taking the play.
That was good communication there. That you take your eye off it a split second.
Lance
It's in
Kennedy up at the plate. There's a one hopper. And I'll tell you, all the hops and bounces are going in favor of the Mountain kids.
Yeah, that ball, Timmy could have been easily over to second base on that one. That ball hit his glove, ran up his arm, and popped back into his hand.
You get ball one. Tim Parnell at first base. Bottom half the third. Ball two.
You know, I keep forgetting we've got a lot of power up the bat now, and be a nice time to hit one to the short part of the park, left field.
There's a
nice
drive right into
hit.
left field. Base hit. Parnell going over to second base makes a turn, so we got a man now on first and second with two out, and the score tied 4-4.
You know, Jab, you just mentioned they got the bounces, and if they hadn't got that bounce and Timmy had got down to second base, we got a run. We got a go-ahead run. But we'll get it here. Brian had I believe a triple. The right fielder misplayed the ball, and he had a triple his first time at bat.
First and second, two out, score tied. There's a fly ball to right field.
He's been
right
shaky out there.
Comes over it, under it, and makes the play and retires aside. So we start the top half, the fourth inning, with the score: Somersworth 4, Toppers Wildcats 4.
Let's go back to the days of rock and roll. To chrome on 57 Chevys. To neon lights. Rock-Cola jukeboxes. And, of course, the great music of the 50s and 60s. It's the Remember When Lounge at Cardinals. The nostalgic decor and music will give you an experience like no other in the Seacoast. It's the most first-class reproduction of a golden period of time. It's your time to remember when. Enter and leave your cares behind. The Remember When Lounge at Cardinal Seafood and Steakhouse, Route 11 in Rochester.
Going into the top half, the fourth inning with the score tied 4-4. Leading off for the Mountaineers, or the Mountain Wildcats, will be number 12, Doug Roberts.
You know, Jab, after 3 full innings, Fall Mountain has 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. The Toppers have 4 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. We've also stranded 4 base runners on in Fall Mountain 2.
First pitch is a ball, ball 1. There's a pitch, swinging strike. Evens up the count, 1-1. High school ball, as you all know, they only play 7 innings. Here's a foul ball. It looked like it went off the forearm of Wilbur. Wilbur's shaking it off. That leaves the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. We get John
Catchers
Cummings.
take quite a beating. They get hits, bruises, things all over the place. Those foul balls come back so quick, there's nothing you can do about it, and they take a beating behind that plate, and that's a tough position. I never played it, and I never wanted to play it. Kevin, you would have to kill Kevin Wilbur to get him off this field tonight. He's a tough
Good
individual.
Real good competitor in all sports. Well, Doug Roberts, the batter with the count, remaining 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parnell ready. There's a foul.
And we have another.
That's number 2.
Freddie, you still there?
I don't know if we broke a window, but we almost took out our second cameraman.
We had Larry Frank telling me how much he played baseball, and he ran under the table on that foul ball. I try to protect him. Here's the pitch, swinging strike. And there's the first strikeout by Parnell.
Timmy has really settled down into a nice rhythm. He's faced 4 batters, and he's put down 4 batters. That's his first strikeout.
Hey, those balls are getting closer and closer.
Listen, if that was closer, I would have been under the table for sure. I've been known
one out the top half the first inning, score tied 4-4. Jay Daniels, the batter. First pitch by Parnell is ball 1. Jay put some good wit on that ball the last time up. Here's the pitch, and there's a base hit to right field, going down the line. Takes his turnaround. Jay takes his turnaround first and stops at first base. So you got a man at first base, 1 out. The score tied 4-4.
We have a replay now coming up. That base hit. Ball was sprayed off into right field. John Auburn makes a nice play coming up with it, keeping him to a single. And that's 2 hits for that batter.
Jay
Nielsen.
Jay Daniels.
Jay Daniels.
We got Peter Nielsen coming up now. There's another base hit. Going into between right and center, 1 hop to John Auburn. Throws in the third. Cut off by Kennedy. Leaves a man on first and third and 1 out. You got the bottom end of the batting order. Here's the replay of that base hit, and there it is, a real clean hit right between the 2 players. John makes a nice play cutting that off and throws to the cutoff man. So that leaves a man on first and third, right at the corners, 1 out. Score tied 4-4.
You know, I don't know what it is, Jab, but the end of that order, that's 4 hits, 2 for 2 for both 8 and 9 batters. Number 8 and 9.
Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1.
We have 1 out now, and they could do a lot of things. They could bunt, they could send the man down, a lot of things. Somersworth is be nice to come up with a little strikeout. Somersworth's got to come up with a good defensive play.
First and third, 1 out. Here's the pitch, inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Top the 4th inning, score tied 4-4. Parnell looks relaxed out there. Takes a look over to first base. There's a swinging strike.
Very nice pitch. That was a tough one.
1 strike.
Came from a 2-0 count and came back with a big strike.
Well, Todd O'Hearn there, he waited for that pitch. I guess he wanted it over again. We got a timeout here. There's a timeout, and I believe that they think that there's wheels turning, and you might see a squeeze play again. Parnell ready. There's a swinging strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 4th inning, score tied 4-4. Big pitch coming up here. Parnell ready. Here's the pitch. Foul.
And he stays in there.
2-2.
Got a little piece of that ball. Saved himself a little bit of life.
Parnell wants this out.
Yeah, this is a big out for him now. He's still got the man 2-2, and we want to keep that runner at third base.
Pitch, swinging,
nice pitch,
strike
nice
3.
pitch.
Well, that was a big out on that one.
Yep, that's what the doctor asked for. His 2 outs this inning have been 2 strikeouts.
We got the score tied. Top of the 4th inning, 2-2. Little conference there between Parnell and Wilbur. We got Mike Rogers, the shortstop, batting.
And he is 0 for 2 right now. He's hit it back to the pitcher, and he's hit into he got on an error in the 1st inning.
This is nail-biting time for Fall Mountain. Here's the pitch, called strike.
Timmy's really using the outside of that plate well. He's throwing the ball well right now. He came through with a big strikeout.
You may see just a squeeze, or the runner from first going to second.
You never know.
Parnell's ready. Call strike 2. You got 2 out. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yep, that kind of takes him out of a play right now, unless they do it on this play and hope for a ball that delays steal.
Here's the pitch. There's a base hit going into left field. Coach gets the ball. He slips, it goes by him. Man goes to third base. And we got a man on second and third. So Fall Mountain goes ahead with the score. Wildcats 5, Toppers 4. You got 2 out man on second and third. Parnell was ahead of the batter. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here you see the Fall Mountain batter with 2 strikes on him. Timmy throws a nice pitch, but he hangs in there. He's the second batter. The ball takes a tough high hop, and what that did is it enabled the Fall Mountain runners, instead of staying at first and second, we're now 2 men in scoring position, and Fall Mountain now has a 1-run lead, 5-4 in the top of the 4th inning.
As I
We
say,
need an
this
out
is
right
nail-biting time.
Yeah, we need an out right here.
2 out.
We have the number 3 batter, and he has struck out twice.
The Jardins is a batter. A little high, ball 1. Here's the pitch, foul. Evens the count 1-1.
You know, the Fall Mountain team they made 2 great plays in the 1st inning, and then they made a couple bad plays. So as many good plays, they've made bad plays.
Evens up.
Yeah, it evens out.
Parnell ready out there on the mound. Count 1-1. Here's a foul ball
back
right
overhead.
above us.
Jabby,
1 ball,
I
2 strikes.
caught you ducking on that one.
One ball, 2 strikes. Top half the 4th inning. Wildcats go ahead by 1 run. Wildcats 4, Toppers 3. Parnell ready. Here's the pitch.
Nice pitch.
Strike 3.
Nice pitch.
And that was a biggie. You had a man on second and third with 2 out, and they didn't score. So we start the bottom half of the 4th inning with the score: Wildcats 4, Toppers 3. We'll be right back.
Now you got the right shoes for the walking woman.
The new walking shoe.
Now you got the right shoes
Made just for you. Easy spirit.
It's easy when you got the right shoe. Easy walking. It's easy when you got the right shoe. Easy weight loss. Easy spirit.
Now you can walk for miles and your feet won't feel a
Easy
thing.
walking woman.
Available at Red Cross Shoes, located at the Fox Run Mall in Newington.
As you can see it, folks, the scoreboard reads, going in the bottom half of the 4th inning, you have the Wildcats 5 and the Toppers 4. And this is a little drawback.
And they have a good picture of you, Jabby, right from the back. And me.
Well, we have a real good viewpoint of the whole field. We're way up in 7th heaven here, and we cover the whole field. And we can really call these plays. Leading off for the Toppers will be John Auburn, the right fielder. First pitch is called strike. Real good pitch.
John is 0 for 1 so
no
far
balls,
tonight.
1 strike. There's the base hit right over past second base into center field. So that's the way you want to start off the ball game.
Nice way to start. Number 9 batter comes up with a hit, and we've got the top of the order now. We've got a replay coming up on that base hit.
Yeah, it looked like John was just waiting for that pitch, and with his outstretched arms, he really laid into it. Real solid base hit.
He dug down there. I think he's getting a little upset with himself. He dug down, made nice contact. Now we have their top hitter up.
Kevin Wilbur.
Well,
first pitch ball.
He's due. He's due. Number 4.
Looks like he wants a hit up there. There's the throw over to first. Good move.
Kevin's had a tremendous tournament. He's had a home run in each one of those games.
There's the pitch. There's a swinging strike. Little outside. May have cut in the black of the plate. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. John Auburn at first base. Wildcats leading. There's strike 2. He's going for those outside pitches. Can't leave him alone.
Yeah, he's got him.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's pitching him to the outside, and Kevin just got to probably cut down on his swing a little bit.
He reached out for both of those pitches and outside. Another throw over to first.
First inning, he had a 2-strike clutch hit, and he can do it. He's a heck of a batter.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. There's strike 3. Swinging. Strike 3 for the first out. Now, a play like that could really give these kids out there a lot of momentum. We get John Auburn at first base. 1 out. Bottom half the 4th inning. Wildcats leading.
If you see that third baseman, if he stays out in that position, Scotty West can put a bunt down. There's no way they're going to make a play at him. He's back on his heels. If he could lay one down that third baseline right now, we'll get 2 people. We'll get 2 people on. No problem.
Throw over to first again. Bottom half the 4th inning. Wildcats 5. Toppers 4. John Auburn at first base with 1 out. Hey, he lays down that bunt. Third baseman comes in, fields the ball, no play.
Jeff,
you call that one.
Well, I have ESP. Scotty must have seen that himself. He's a smart ball player, and he put it down and made a nice bunt.
Well, Scotty's been doing this all season long. And he's got that down pat. Here you see it. He's waiting for that pitch. Beautiful bunt right down to that third base. Third baseman picks it up. Scotty's too fast running down there, and there was no play. Beautiful play. That leaves a man on first and second with 1 out. And here we have the big heavy hitter up there, and Jeff Auburn. Jeff can really put some meat on that ball. There's a swinging strike. The toppers seem to be going for that outside pitch.
Yeah, I don't know, the pitcher, he doesn't look great, but he's getting the job done very efficiently, and he looks pretty tough out there.
John's ready, outside, but he leaves it alone. Scored. Count stands at 1-1. Man at first and second, Scott at second. John Auburn at second, Scott at first. Swinging strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, the Topper team, they have to remain patient. They have all kinds of time. Remain patient, peck away at it.
Jeff, the first baseman. There's hit.
Oh, my God.
Center fielder comes in. He drops the ball. There's a throw to second base. Everybody's safe. Now, that was a deceptive play there. From here, it looked like he had the ball. We had John Auburn at second base, stopped, went to third, went back to second base.
We have a shot of that play now. Jeff hits a rope out to right center field, and I don't believe it. That's right center fielder almost made that catch. He dropped it, and you know, if that cutoff man doesn't cut that ball off, we may have a forced play at second base. No. They almost made a nice play out of that. We have bases loaded now with 1 out.
Well, again, we have FOT up there, full of toppers. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike. Dennis Soul, he can do a lot for himself now.
Good situation here. Need a base hit.
1 strike. Here's the pitch. There's a swinging strike 2. Looks like he's over anxious up there. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning with the Wildcats leading 5-4. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. That's a big out for the Giants. So we got out number 2. Bases still remain full. FOTs. And we got Parnell coming up.
Timmy had a clutch hit Wednesday night. Let's see if he can come through with one. As we said, Timmy's a contact hitter. He gets up on the bat and he puts his bat on the ball. He's already had a hit tonight. A base hit is going to score 2 runs. They're not even paying any attention to Scotty West at second base, so any base hit ought to score 2 runs here. Scotty should get a good lead out there.
Patsy John is settling down now there. He's firing now. Here's his pitch. It's foul. Strike 1.
Timmy had a nice cut at the ball that time. The ball seemed a little high, but he had a nice cut.
Gene out there in the mound, he's mixing his pitches, and he's staying ahead of the batters. We have the bases loaded. Bottom half of the 4th inning with the Wildcats leading 5-4. Swinging strike 2. So Gene stays ahead of the batter. We have no balls, 2 strikes. Bases remain full. Wildcats 4, Toppers. There's a base hit right there. There's 1 run score. There are 2 runs score. Grounding third base, coming in to score. That could be a home run. Third base. They home up at third base.
Okay, good call.
3 big runs score.
Good call. Good call.
Somersworth takes the lead. With the bases loaded, Parnell puts that aluminum bat and sends that ball right into right field. The right fielder just made one of those baseball plays, which they call an error. There's a replay of that. There's a swing. Beautiful stuff. Well,
and they got the wrong replay. Timmy gets his jacket back to third base. I think we had a. Here we go.
Here's that play of Parnell. Real good. Follow through all the way. And there's 2 bounces right through the right field. A 1, 2, 3 run score. And Parnell ends at third base. That's a big play.
You know, Jab, it's been a nightmare so far for their right fielder. He hasn't had a good night at all, and that happens sometimes. Unfortunately, it's tough, these night games.
Well, we got brain twisting out there between 2 managers. We got Gary Hodgson, the third base coach, giving some instructions to number 19, Bernie Hodgson. Hodgson to Hodgson. Well, it stands at bottom of the 4th inning, 2 out. Somersworth takes the lead, 7-5.
Well, you couldn't ask for anything better. I thought Timmy may make it all the way around that time.
There's a foul ball coming up here.
Jab, I guess I got a little excited last time. I was trying to be the base coach out there. Gary made a good call keeping him because Timmy would have been duck soup going into home plate. It was a nice call. I got a little overexcited.
Well, we got Parnell at third base now with 2 out.
Bernie Hodgson is a sophomore, and 22 years ago...
We got the coach of Fall Mountain questioning some play by the plate umpire, and he was satisfied by the answer. Well, here's the pitch. No balls, 1 strike. Man on third base. Ball 1, 1-1. Somersworth goes ahead. Scores. Toppers 7. Mountaineers 5. Mountaineer Wildcats. There's a foul ball at the plate. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now, Jab, Bernie's father and I played here 22 years ago in the state finals, and it's very fortunate to see. I'm sure he's very happy to see his son here 22 years later. 1
ball, 2 strikes. 2 out. Bottom half the 4th inning. There's a base hit.
And that's going to score another run. He can beat it out.
Throws the first, and he saves it. The run scores. That ball was deflected right by the pitcher. Good play by the second baseman, but he beat him at first base. So that's the 8th run for the Toppers. There's that play there. You can see it deflected by the pitcher. Good play by the second baseman. Too late to get the man at first base, and the man at first. There's a wild throw. They're calling it a pass ball. And the man advances from first to second.
You know, the pitcher almost made a nice play last time. If he hadn't touched that ball, that would have clearly gone into the outfield for a definite base hit. But Bernie Hodgson's legs, he really hustled that one out. Nice job.
We got a man at second base now. Bernie Hodgson. Kennedy up. There's a swinging strike, foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still the bottom half of the 4th inning. Toppers 8, Wildcats 5. 1-1 man on second base. Ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, the Toppers never quit. They've fought back again now, and now they've shot out to a 3-run lead in the bottom of the 4th inning.
There's a ground ball, foul down the third baseline. Count's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, we're about 1.5 feet from another run.
Well, get some excitement over here in this bottom half of the 4th. Yeah,
right.
Some fantastic plays and some errors.
Right
so
now, at this point, the Toppers have 5 hits in this inning, and they've scored 1, 2, 3, 4 runs.
Count 2-2. Man on second. Pitch.
And that's going to be in for another base hit and another run.
Ball. Kennedy on his way to second. The run scored standing up. And it makes the score Toppers 9, Wildcats 5. Still in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 out. We got Kennedy standing there at second base with 2 out.
And we have a replay coming up of that base hit. It was a beautiful hit by Lance Kennedy. Sprayed that ball to right field and hit it right into the corner for a double, knocking in the 9th run for Somersworth, the 5th run of the inning, and the 6th hit in this bottom of the 4th inning.
And those aren't cheap hits, folks. Those balls are hit solid. Here's the pitch, swinging strike. Brian Croteau. I should be a Frenchman and pronounce these names right. Got a man on second base, 2 out. Here's the pitch, and a little floating let up on that pitch for a call strike.
Brian Croteau now is 1 for 2 tonight, has a triple, his first time at bat, and he kind of got him back into the game when they were down 4-2.
There's ground ball in between a hole.
And that's going to be another run.
Rounds third base and scores standing up. Throw to the plate. No advancement by Croteau. So that's makes the score Toppers 10, Wildcats 5. A lot of excitement here. Championship game. This means the gold ring, the gold medal, all the marbles, whatever you want to call it.
We now have, Jab, we have 6 runs this inning on 7 hits up to this point so far. We've batted, we have 9 people. The only 2 outs were 2 strikeouts this inning, and the top is up. What we talked about, they hadn't done it up to this point, but they are showing their offense, and they are pounding that ball.
Yeah, we have a timeout now, and the coach is looking over to either the second baseman or the shortstop, calling the right fielder in. Yeah, this has been some exciting inning. Well, we got a change. We got number 3 going in a pitch. We'll talk to you about the changes. In the meantime, we'll take a timeout.
Kearney Drug Company, 32 North Main Street in downtown Rochester, is your Rexall pharmacy for prescriptions and has the latest in computerized service for the safest and most efficient method of getting your medicine. For over 40 years, people have relied on Kearney Drug. There is much to choose from in its spacious aisles. For all your drugstore needs and more, it's Kearney Drug Company, 32 North Main Street in downtown Rochester.
Here we are still in the bottom of the fourth inning, and we have some changes made. The second baseman going over to pitch, and the Giants going over to right field. We have Peter Nielsen now pitching. First pitch is a pass ball. Let's see what they rule that now. And we have Croto going over to second base.
Momentum has definitely changed, and I hope the Toppers keep that killer instinct and put them away for good.
Well, we still got 2 outs.
Long way to go.
2 outs, bottom of the fourth inning. Now we have a man on second base. The score, Toppers 10, Wildcats 5. Peter Nielsen pitching now. Here's a pitch inside. Ball 2.
You know,
John Auburn, the batter.
You can see the Toppers' confidence now. They're really swinging that bat up there, and John Auburn started this 10 batters ago.
Here's the pitch. Ball 3. This is their third pitcher by the Wildcats. They're a little quiet now. It's ball 4.
On 4 straight pitches, that's his first batter he's faced. That's a tough way to start. Now we have Kevin Wilbur, who has been a little bit off. He had a hit to start the game. I'll tell you what, he's due. And this pitcher is having trouble finding the plate. If he gives him a fastball, if he concentrates, we could have trouble here.
Well, man at first and second, 2 out.
Kevin's due.
There's a foul up top field.
Get out of play.
Catcher coming over.
And he had a play at it, but it was too close to the dugout. No catch.
Lean over.
Come on, Kevin, concentrate now.
We get the count. Strike 1. These foul lines read 306 to right, 306 to left, and 356 to dead center. We have the coach coming out now, and he's looking for interference with one of the little spectators coming out. He's looking for interference.
I think the coach is frustrated right now. I stood up to look down, and the Somersworth players didn't get in his way, although the Somersworth players are out of their dugout right now.
Well, they had but little fella. He was about maybe 5, 6 years old. It came out.
Yeah.
But it had no bearing and no play on the catcher.
He wasn't going to make the play, but I guess they do have a point.
We're back in play. Ball's in the dirt. So the count remains 2 balls, 1 strike.
We have now Kevin. He's the most explosive hitter on the team. He's just got to be patient here, and he's got
first and second, 2 out. But the count 1-1. Kevin is over anxious. Here's the pitch inside.
Ooh, good eye, good eye.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He's got to come into him now. He's having trouble finding that plate, and they'll load the bases if they don't. Good opportunity for Kevin.
Here's the pitch. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Toppers 10, Wildcats 5. Here's your 3-1 pitch.
This is a hitter's pitch right here. And that's a base hit. That is an extra base hit.
Woo! Left center field. Another run scoring.
That's definitely a triple.
Here he comes. Man rounding third. Kevin going on a third. Danny slides. So we got 2 more runs coming across. That was a stroke, a line stroke right in between center and right.
Now Now we have a replay. Kevin got a hitter's pitch, and he drilled that ball. That ball was hit harder than any ball all night. He drilled that ball to left center field and drove in 2 runs in a sliding, head-first sliding triple. Toppers are just taking off right now.
Well, we're still in the bottom half of the 4th inning with the score Toppers 12, Wildcats 5. But we've seen this all spring long with the Toppers heavy hitting.
Yep,
they got a tremendous hitting team with these batting averages. Auburn with 453, Wilbur leading with 458, Parnell 354, West 354. That's heavy hitting. And you expect kind of a game like this.
That sure is. Geez, they pounded that ball, and I could tell when this pitcher started, he wasn't going far. He had too much trouble hitting the plate.
Well, here's that replay of that triple. That was a rope right in between left center. You can see Wilbur just waiting for that pitch. Line smack right in between left and center, and
Brian Croto scores. And John Aubin scores on his walk. And I've missed a run here someplace, but who cares? It's 12-5. We've now scored 8 runs this inning. We have 8 hits this inning. Kevin Wilbur is now 2 for 4, a triple and a double. Scott West is 2 for 3.
We got a change being made out there now.
And another pitching change.
Now playing second base with 3.
We have 29. Lance Cormier now pitching.
We have the starting pitcher back in. He started the game, they took him out of the game, and he may re-enter one time. He's back into the game.
We got Jay Daniels now playing right field. Well, that's where they started.
You know, we have some pretty decent hitting here right now, Jabby. John Aubin is 1 for 2, excuse me, yes, 1 for 2 with a walk. Brian Croto is 2 for 3 with a triple. Lance Kennedy is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Bernie Hodgson, okay, Bernie Hodgson is 1 for 3 with a single. Timmy Parnell is 2 for 3, excuse me, 2 for 2 with a walk, a triple and a single. The only one yet without a hit, and he's done his share of the work all 3 games previous, is Dennis Soul. The Toppers are just pounding that ball right now. Jeff Aubin has 1 for 2.
Well, for a junior in Dennis Soul, they've got a lot to look forward to for next year. I guess the teams that they're going to play are not looking forward to it. When you stop and think that Dennis Soul's record was winning 10, losing 2, with an earned run average of 2.7. He pitched 77 in the 3rd innings, and he only gave up 59 hits. He had 41 base on balls and 60 strikeouts. So that's pretty fair pitching.
Yep, and up to the start of this game, Dennis had a .33 earned run average in his 3 tournament games. So he has been just unbelievable, unbelievable.
Well, John is lucky to have a hitting team, a fielding team, and some real good pitchers, because you take Tim Parnell. Now, his record is 3-1. He's got an earned run average of 3.6. He gave up 18 hits and 16 strikeouts and 30 hits. So he can alternate 2 of those pitches and still come out way ahead. We're ready now.
Scotty West the bat.
There's still 2 outs. Still remains bottom of the 4th inning. Score Toppers 12, Wildcats 5. Swinging strike. Strike 1.
You know, whether they score 30 runs, I'd love to see it. They don't want to stop scoring runs. Got a long, long ways to go yet.
We got Scott West the batter. You don't want to say that. You don't want to take advantage of these kids.
Well, we don't want to take advantage, but the more runs, the more pressure it puts on the other team.
Strike 1. Went for an outside pitch and hits it foul. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man on 3rd base. Wilbur on 3rd base. Score Toppers 12, Wildcats 5. You know, with the keyed up, the way Parnell is keyed up, I wouldn't be surprised to see him steal home. Here's the pitch. There's another foul down the 3rd base line, out of play. Count remains, no balls, 2 strikes.
I've seen a lot of good Somersworth teams, but I'm not comparing this team, but offensively, this is pretty near as good a team as I've seen. That all the batters seem to make contact, and it doesn't seem like there's a batter up there that seems to be the least bit afraid up to the plate to swing the bat. They really swing the bat well. Right down 1-9.
Well, I agree with you on that because I've been fortunate enough to travel throughout the different states and seen these high school games. There's ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I've been all through Georgia and Alabama and Kentucky, and this is one of the finest baseball teams I've seen. Well balanced. They seem to have that will to win. Here's a wild pitch. Another run crosses the plate. Wilbur comes standing up. Makes it 13. Wildcats with 5 runs and Toppers 13 runs, still at the bottom half of the 4th inning. 2 outs, count remains ball 2, strike 2.
Jab, we still have a long way to go, but it's looking better every minute now.
Inside, he wanted that pitch. Gene wanted that pitch. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We got Lance out there now. There's a stroke down right over second base. And Scott really putting some wood to that. Scott rounds first. Well, there's no end to this inning. Still at the bottom half the 4th inning.
That's Scotty's 2nd hit in this inning. And that is his 3rd hit of the game. He's now 3 singles, 3 for 4.
Jeff Aubin, the batter.
Jeff had a hit in this inning.
Here's the pitch outside, ball 1. Scott at first base, 2 outs. Jeff Aubin, the batter. Score Toppers 13, Wildcats 5. Long way to go. As we mentioned before, anything can happen in high school ball. There's a swinging foul right up above us. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scotty at first base, 2 outs, still the bottom half the 4th inning. He's ready with the pitch. Well, goes over to first base, no play.
Toppers are playing very loose right now, don't you think, Jeb?
Well, they should be.
Well, I know, but they were tight in the going into this inning. They seemed a little bit tight.
Way outside.
I think
2 balls, 1 strike.
I think this Fall Mountain team might have surprised them a little bit, and they surprised me. That's for sure.
Well, they came up with tremendous defensive plays the first 2 or 3 innings. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Inside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Scott at first base. Bottom of the 4th inning. Score stands Toppers 13, Wildcats 5. This is the championship for Division I. Here's a foul. Back of us. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now, if you don't know what the Toppers, they are the defending champs of last year, and I don't know what the history books say that if any 2 teams ever did repeat. You know, Larry?
In baseball?
In baseball.
Yeah, we've had some repeating teams. Not Somersworth. We've never had a repeating team. We've had plenty of repeaters in football. There have been repeaters, and I believe...
Here's the pitch. Swinging, strike 3.
I believe Monadnock had a repeater.
And that finally ends the bottom half the 4th inning. So we go in the top half the 5th inning with the score Toppers 13, Wildcats 5. We'll be right back.
Dick Poulin Chevy and Olds, 401 North Main Street in Rochester, dedicated to serving you with experienced people who care. They work for you. It's service after the sale that matters most.
Together, the employees of Dick Poulin Chevy Olds represents over 350 years of automotive experience which provides you, the customer, the professional attention you deserve.
For sales and service, you can rely on Dick Poulin Chevy and Olds, 401 North Main Street in Rochester.
Wildcats 5. Parnell pitches. Foul.
Good pitch. He didn't want to get himself 3-0 there. I think it's important at this point of the game to get the ball over the plate and make them hit the ball. Let your defense do your work. Don't give them any free rides.
You got to get that first batter.
That's right.
2 balls, 1 strike. There's a swinging strike.
Nice
Evens the
hit.
count, 2-2. Parnell's looking good out there. Starting to get that rhythm, good form. Here's the pitch, outside. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes on Kevin Hicks. Big first baseman. 3-2 the count. There's a stroke going in a deep, deep left field. Croteau looks up, goes over his head. Hicks rounding first and has a stand-up double. That ball was really tagged. That ball was hit at least 325, 30 feet.
We have a replay coming up of that base hit. He really tagged that ball. He really got down on it, and he hit a high shot. And I think maybe if Brian had known where the warning track was, he might have had a shot at that. Did a nice job getting out there. Good speed getting back on the ball. That was a tremendous blast.
On second base. First pitch is a strike, swinging strike. No outs. Man on second base, and we're Rich Hogue, the designated hitter, at bat. There's a fly. They have a play. Wilbur gets under.
What a nice play.
Nice play.
Nice play.
Route number 1.
You can't, they gave us a break 1 inning dropping one of those. Kevin is not about to drop anything unless it's out of his reach. Nice play by Kevin Wilbur.
Well, what the Toppers are looking for now are outs.
I was not being negative on Brian's play. I think that ball probably got lost in the lights a little bit because he slowed down, thought he had got to it. I think it was more the lights that might have been the problem on that. But that would have been an outstanding catch to even touch the ball.
We got 1 out, man on second base. There's a 22. There's a foul right into the dugout, and they scattered. We have...
Timmy doesn't even have to pay attention to this man on second base. You really don't want to worry about him.
Well, as I say, you need outs.
Yeah, we need outs now. We don't, the infielders, if they receive the ball, shouldn't even concentrate on him. Just get the out at first base.
Outside.
And I'm sure the coaches are telling him the same thing. And we have number 22 batting for Fall Mountain, Glenn Pafford.
We didn't have him on our score sheet. Here's a call strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Glenn is a pitcher and also an outfielder. Nice pitch by Timmy. He's got him with 2 strikes.
Man on second base, 1 out.
Nice pitch. Big out.
Real good curveball. So that's out number 2. Top half the 5th inning with the score Toppers 13 and the Wildcats 5. Man still remains at second base with 2 out. Roberts now batting.
You know, as the innings go by, the Fall Mountain team will get a little more impatient at the bat.
Outside, ball 1.
He showed a little impatience there. The last batter swung at a pitch about a foot outside.
Doug Roberts.
Yes.
Third baseman. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Man on second. Kevin calls timeout, wants to calm Parnell down. That seems to be a little magic.
You know, I made a mistake last time. That was Dana Putnam. I was looking at the Portsmouth High School lineup. I made a boo-boo. Dana Putnam was the last batter.
Now we're ready to play. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, man on second. Parnell ready. Call strike.
Nice pitch, nice pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
You know, every time, like I said, every time Kevin slowed a pitcher down and he's doing his job out there, the pitcher comes back with a strike. And that's his job as catcher.
Here's the pitch outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, man on second. Score stands Toppers 13, Wildcats 5. Here's his pitch outside, and he walks him. So we got a man at first and second, 2 outs.
This next batter
Well, it looks like he didn't give. Well, we have Jay Daniels.
Jay Daniels. He's now.
He was playing right field.
Yep, he's 2 for 2 right now. It's the end of their order that is the last.
Doing the damage.
Yeah, last 4 batters have 5 out of their 8 hits.
Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Didn't miss by much. Parnell wants that one.
Yeah, we want this out now. You don't want to give him no free rides. Make him hit that ball. Make him earn it.
Man on first and second. 2 out. Inside, ball 2.
Come on, Tim. Strikes.
Well, you know that Jay is going to take this pitch. Jay Daniels, a batter. Swinging strike.
Whoa. That surprised me.
Oh, me.
Well, at
base
this,
runners.
At this late, yeah, right. At this late state of the game, they should be taking. I believe they should be taking a strike.
And at first and second, 2 out. Top the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. You know, there's not too much to be concerned about because he's always got Dennis Soul out there in center field to come back if need be. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball
nice play.
To Parnell. Parnell takes a 1 bounce, throws the first, and retires the side. So we go into the bottom half of the 5th inning with the Toppers leading 13-5.
Your professional dry cleaning center, Great Falls Cleaners, Somersworth Plaza in Somersworth. The right choice for cleaning at its best. And here are some of the reasons why. Pressing, hand ironing, steam ironing of suits, with special attention given to the cleaning of bridal gowns. And just as importantly, your clothing items are done on time, every time. It's your full-service cleaners who care about you and your clothes. Open 6 days a week, Great Falls Cleaners, Somersworth Plaza in Somersworth.
Very generous pledge just a little bit ago, Peter, from Mr. and Mrs. Robert Winkler of Peterborough. And they pledged in part to also give some recognition to the Monadnock Children's Museum, which is going to be opening this fall. So we congratulate everyone who's been involved with getting that museum off the ground. Thank you for your call. 224-8989. Very little time out of All Things Considered to ask you to consider investing in the best program, news program on radio anywhere.
No question. If you live in New Hampshire, you appreciate New Hampshire Public Radio, and if you're within the sound of our voices, you ought to be members of New Hampshire Public Radio, because if you, like I, listen almost every evening to the great programming of All Things Considered and other programs here on WeBo, help us be more successful at WEVO and do your part by calling 224-8989. If you're in your car, pull to the side of that road and call 224-8989.
Well, you know, we know it's very tough this time of day. Many people indeed are out on the road, but many folks also are walking through the door right now. Perhaps some of you already are working on putting dinner together, sitting down, relaxing with a newspaper, listening to All Things Considered.
Trying to keep cool.
And trying to keep cool, and perhaps having a difficult time enjoying the radio with that air conditioner on. I know that's a problem in my home. Have to really crank it up and worry about the neighbors and when I run the air conditioner. But we do hope that you'll take just a moment out of any of those activities to give us a call and pledge your support for All Things Considered, which is very critical. We have a bill that we have to pay in the next couple of weeks of $2,500, a final installment on our NPR service, and we need to turn to you to help us do that.
And you have a unique opportunity, I think, if you are able to call. You can vote with your comments when you call. We'll solicit your comments, ask you about what you like at WVO and what you don't like. And you have an opportunity to vote with your dollars. So if you do like All Things Considered, if you like New Hampshire Daily, the evening news and information program, let us know by calling 224-8989.
And especially if you can help us with this very generous challenge from a Hopkinton listener who said that he would donate $120 if and only if 10 listeners from Merrimack County become new members, first-time contributors to New Hampshire Public Radio. But that has to be done during All Things Considered, right, tonight by 6:30. And
as I tried to talk with Cynthia before, Marianne, you know, if you think about 5 days a week and 50 weeks in a year, that's $250. And it sounds to me like most of us spend more on a coffee and donut than $1 a day. That's a pretty good bargain. That's a good investment. So we're looking for investors. We're looking for investors in quality programming in New Hampshire. And if you, like I, appreciate that, then give us a call at 224-8989 and let us know what you'd like to pledge.
Well, if in fact it can.
Well, here we are back again at Guild Stadium, a championship game for Division I. We're going in and starting the bottom half, the fifth inning, with the score Toppers 13 and the Wildcats 5. First pitch is a swinging strike.
Javi, Dennis is the only player without a hit right now, and I'll tell you, whether he gets a hit or strikes out 5 times tonight, he has been so tremendous in these playoffs. He doesn't have to get a hit. He has played so well on that mound. He's pitched extremely well in the first 3 games.
It's strike 1. Here's the pitch. There's a bouncing ball to the plate. Good stop by DeJonis. Count remains 1-1. Bottom of the 5th inning, Toppers 13, Wildcats 5. Dennis ready, swinging strike. Dennis, I know, wants to get that base hit.
Oh, I'm sure he does, but like I said, he's done his job. He doesn't have to do any more. Just play the field out there. If we need him to pitch again, be ready.
1 ball, 1 strike. There's a drive. There's his hit there.
All right.
Beautiful hit. 2 bounces to the center field.
Line shot into center field, and I think they gave it to him from the dugout. He was the only batter left without a hit, and they gave him a good round of applause, and boy, he sure deserves it.
We got Tim up here. He got that rope there in that last inning for a triple, and with the bases
clearing those bases.
So we got the man at first base. Nobody out. Tim Parnell, the batter. First pitch is off the catcher's mitt, and Soul goes from first to second. Makes a wide turn at second base.
You know, Jab, no outs in the 5th inning, so actually we've ended the 4th inning. We got a runner on. Toppers already have 16 base hits. That's tremendous. The other team is hitting it at a clip of 8 hits right now with 5 runs.
We get some signals going on between Hodges, the third base coach, Tim Parnell, man on second base. Nobody out.
We may see a bunt right here. No.
1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Although
What I was going to say, Larry, this is an amazing team, and you know the student body and the teachers and the whole town should be proud of these kids.
Oh, of course,
it's quite a name that they're making for the city of Somersworth.
Yeah, they sure are. And you know, it's very unfortunate. We're going to have some budget problems next year, and you know the city is in a tough spot right now, and it's nobody's fault. But boy, I hate to see them cut athletics out.
1 ball, 2 strikes. There's another pass ball, goes right off the catcher's glove, and we got the man advancing from second to third. Now we got him in third base, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning with the score Toppers 13, Wildcats 5.
You know, Jeb, you mentioned that they make the whole city proud. 4 years ago when we won a basketball championship, my brother bragged for the next year. These kids and these parents have the right to brag for a whole full year now.
Absolutely.
And they deserve it. They've done a great job.
Up high. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Man on third base. There's a
nice shot. He should tag up, and that's going to be another run.
Ball.
He's going to score
Tags
easily.
up at third, and he scores standing up.
Great job.
That's the 14th run. So Dennis from third base scored standing up. And going in the bottom half of the 5th inning, Toppers 14, Wildcats 5. There's the replay of that real nice stroke going into center field. Dennis trots in a home for the 14th run in the bottom of the 5th inning. We have Bernie Hodgson now the batter with 1 out. Bases are cleared. Ball 1.
Well, this has got to be a thrill for those returning players. We're not counting anything yet, but it's looking good right now. 2 championships in a row. It's been a while since this has happened.
I got to give that credit to these kids from Fall Mountain. They seem dejected out there, but winning 3 playoff games, that's no slouch. They did damn well to get where they are.
And the game isn't over till it's over. We got a long ways to go still. We got a long ways to go. We got bottom of the 5th inning. We're still a long ways away.
Pitch. Ball 4, and he walks.
But the more runs we pile, add on, and not pile. We're not trying to pile anything on, but you're never sure. We had a 9-run inning. If they have one, it's a tie ball game.
We got Kennedy, the batter, the shortstop. We got a man at first base, 1 out.
Lance is 3 for 3 and scored 2 runs right now.
Bottom of the 5th. Call strike. Strike 1. Well, you look out here and you see the beginning of the playoff games, and you get down right to the finals of the championship game.
Oh,
there's a drive, a deep, deep drive, going into left center field. Good play by the center fielder. Gets under it and makes the put out. And there's no advancement. That ball was hit a good 385 feet.
That was
really good into that
blast. We have a replay of that coming up right now.
Yeah, Kennedy really gets his good swing on that, gets a lot of ball on that and drives that, and that center fielder was playing deep, and he makes the put out.
Jeb, I don't know. I didn't find out, but center field, I don't know how deep that is, but that is deep. That is way out there. That would have been out at Concord. That was at least 350 plus.
Here's the pitch. Ball 1. They tell me it's 365 to dead center.
365. That ball was out at Concord.
Wow. This is a deceiving field because there's an angle from center to left and center to right. There's the pitch. Count remains 1 ball, 1 strike. Brian Croteau having a good night.
Yep. He's 2 for 3 right now with a triple. Scored 2 runs.
There's a drive to left field.
Nice shot.
Going. It's gone for a home run.
Croteau, a softball.
There's a well-stroked
Holy mackerel.
And he's pretty proud out there. You have the whole dugout coming in, showing that enthusiasm. He touches third base, and he's got that big smile on him.
Bro, unbelievable.
And
Unbelievable.
15th run of the game. That ball was a good 360 6 feet.
Now that ball that almost cleared the second fence. I'd say it was 320, Jeff. That was a hell of a poke, and it was placed perfectly.
That is a 16th run for the Toppers.
And that is a sophomore driving in a sophomore with a 2-run shot. What a blast. And we see on deck John Aubin, another sophomore ready to step to the plate.
Well, we have a dejected coach coming out there. He wants to relax these kids, and I believe there'll be another change. He will be putting the second baseman back to pitching.
We have a shot of the Topper crowd. They're going crazy out there, and they have a right to. They have a championship team sitting up there cheering on the boys, and
we have
looking good.
We have a change being made. We have Peter Nielsen coming from second base now and pitching, and this is his second time on the mound. We will be having some other changes. And still at the bottom half the 5th inning, the score stands Toppers 16 and the Fall Mountain Wildcats 5.
We now have is this the 4th or 5th change of pitchers?
And they seem to be alternating.
Yep,
we have our pitcher and second baseman.
Yep, second baseman's back in. This is his second appearance. The starting pitcher made 2 appearances. He's out now. Once you come out a second time, you cannot go back in. He's had his entrance, and he's out of the ball game right now.
Yeah, we're having Tim Wyman playing right field. So the change there will be that Lance will be leaving the game, and we have Peter Nielsen pitching from second to pitcher, and we have number 5, Tim Wyman, playing right field.
You know, all week, Jabby, I've been bragging, and people asked me who was going to win Saturday, and I had no questions that the Topper baseball team was going to win. And the way it started out, I thought I was going to eat my words, but boy, it looks good right now. Right field.
No, second base.
We have a change at second.